Darren Bent, Jack Wilshere. Former Arsenal player, Jack Wilshere. Arsenal fan, Chelsea fan as well. Darren Bent alongside.
No.
You just start, what? They are your team, aren't they?
No, Chelsea aren't my fan. Arsenal team, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but Chelsea, you still follow them, right? You went to see Chelsea as a kid first.
Yeah.
Your dad supports Chelsea. Mm-hmm. You got a soft spot for Chelsea.
No, I just don't mind them.
Soft spot.
I tolerate them.
Yeah. Tolerate them. A massive failure, says Adrian Durham. Arsenal finishing top 4. Jack, what do you make of the end of their season? They were in the driving seat, right?
Yeah, if you look...
That's two different questions you asked, by the way.
Yeah, if you look from the end of the season, they should have finished in top 4. But if you'd have said at the start of the season they'll finish 5th, everyone would have said, no, they won't, no, they won't, no, they won't, and they did.
I know that's a very good answer, but with maybe 5 or 6 games to go, if you would have said Arsenal will finish 5th, Arsenal fans would have probably said, that's not good.
Yeah, but I think a lot of that was because they were battling with Tottenham as well. That it was seen as such a failure because obviously their biggest rivals got in the top 4.
Mm. What were you going to say?
Sorry, I banged my... I was looking at...
What were you doing? What were you looking at?
No, I was looking at Arsenal, saying about Arsenal, but then I banged my pen.
Go on, what were you looking at?
What?
What were you looking up?
Just looking at Arsenal.
Oh, right, okay. Now that Arsenal finish 5th, okay, realistically, the expectations for next season, are they we must finish higher than 5th, or do you think 5th is punching?
I think the target for next season will be to get in the Champions League. Now, you can do that by finishing 4th, or you can do that by winning the Europa League. So I think they'll probably...
What have Arsenal got more chance of doing to get Champions League football?
Win the Europa League, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jack?
The Premier League next season is going to be hard.
Yeah, and they're going to play Thursday, Sunday, which can be difficult. But I don't know. I think they'll reassess that, like when they see what teams drop out of the Champions League.
Could you explain to me why Thursday, Sunday is difficult, but no one really moans of Saturday, Wednesday if you've got Champions League football?
No, I think they do moan.
But not as much as they do about Europa League. But why is that? The gap between the games is exactly the same. Why is that?
I think as well because the Europa League, you go further across Europe. You know, you could be going places that are 4 or 5 hours away, whereas Champions League, you normally within 2 or 3 hours. If you're unlucky, you might get a little bit further. But I don't know. I've done it one season, and it does get difficult. I mean, normally what happens is you sort of have 2 teams, don't you? Because you should get through the group, and the players who ain't playing in the Premier League playing that, and then when it gets a little bit tougher, they sort of switch roles.
But Ben, do you think Arsenal's league form will suffer this season because they have European football, where they finished 5th, could have been 4th, and didn't?
A little bit because the squad's not the biggest. We've already seen people leaving. As long as he strengthens the squad in the right areas and gets players in, and obviously they need a centre forward to come in who's going to start. But they need to get good players around in the squad that are going to, if someone falls out, because we've seen the drop-off. Tomiyasu was out, Cedric, not good enough. You see Tavares come in with Tierney being out, not good enough, or not good enough yet. I think he will be better. So I think he needs to get good players in that can obviously come off the bench or start games. And I think that's where it could become difficult. Because if you go into this season with the same squad that you've just got, they're going to struggle. Because you've seen it already, the impact. Well, you've seen it, Jack, the impact of injuries.
I think as well, one positive from the Europa League is the kids in the academy and the under-23s, they're going to get a chance. Because if they get in Champions League, they don't really get a chance. But you know, when you play Thursday, Sunday, and you're guaranteed to get out of the group, once that's done, then you start seeing kids come through. Obviously, they would prefer Champions League, but if they're looking at it from an academy point of view, that's a positive. To
be fair, because the Europa League, early on in the Europa League, there are some awful teams.
Yeah.
Awful teams. And I feel like you play all the time in the Europa League, so many games.
Yeah, but there's an extra knockout as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
So you get that extra game.
Ben, it was talking about a striker you need. You've got players, Jesus linked to your club. Rashford this morning, bizarrely linked. I can't see that happening.
Why is that bizarrely? Welbeck did it?
Yeah, he did. Well, Rashford's much better than Welbeck.
What?
Oh, he doesn't think so.
What?
What, he's much better than Danny Welbeck was?
110%.
Hold on, you're talking about Danny Welbeck that got in the team when there was Tevez, Ronaldo, Rooney.
Was never a starter, Danny Welbeck, for Man United when everyone was fit.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
I watched something the other day. It was on Sky Sports Carling Cup final. He played in it.
Yeah, but come on, realistically, he wasn't.
Who was that against?
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. But
realistically, did you play?
Yeah.
But realistically, he wasn't. Are you telling me
he played? He played games.
Are you I know he did, but are you telling me Danny Welbeck's a better player than Marcus Rashford?
When he first came into the team?
I don't see that in a million years.
I don't know.
I don't think Rashford gets in that
Rashford's
team.
never had to deal with what
I
Welbeck
think,
deal with.
that's one of the most nuts things I've ever heard. Marcus Rashford, right? If things start going his way under the new manager,
I don't.
you could look that he could be without doubt a starter for United. Not necessarily a forward. I think he'll play out wide of a three.
I was going to say something else then.
He will definitely start for United if he's playing well. Danny Welbeck was never that good. Danny Welbeck was never a player that you say when England have got a new squad coming out, when he's playing well, he'll definitely be in that squad. He'll definitely be starting for England.
There was a period where he was like England's main man.
Yeah,
Welbeck.
he was.
Right, that never... No, Danny Welbeck was never England's main man.
I bet he was. There was a period. He
Hold
kept
on,
scoring, didn't he? He kept scoring.
Hold on. Harry Kane at the moment is England's main man.
Yeah.
You're telling me there was a time where Danny Welbeck was that player?
Okay, maybe not to the level of Harry Kane, but
No, not the level, but he was a first name.
He was getting picked in every squad, and he was
the
scoring.
squad was.
And
he was never England's first choice as a
one
striker.
How many goals do you think he scored for England?
Danny Welbeck?
His record's decent.
How many do you think?
Okay, you've got the answer in front of you, obviously.
Well, guess.
16.
In how many games?
Is that right? Yeah, that's right. I've just been told that's right. In how many games?
42.
Okay, I wouldn't have said that many, but still. Well, there you go. So I got it bang on,
He
right?
played a lot of games.
Face when I guessed that right.
You didn't guess that.
On my kids, I guessed that.
He had a period where he wasn't scoring at club level, but scoring for England every time.
But it was never England's main man. That's an obscene thing.
No, he
said.
was.
Rashford's
played.
never been England's main man.
No, I know he played, but Harry Kane's England's main man. Alan Shearer was England's main man, right? The list goes on. Welbeck was never that player.
He got picked a lot.
When Man United let Welbeck go to Arsenal, there was never, oh my goodness,
Yes,
what
there
are we
was.
doing? No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was.
No,
I remember that.
There wasn't.
Gary Neville was going mad.
He's not in the same class as him. Honestly, he's so not. He's so not. Who do you think's better? Okay, here's my question to both of you, both Arsenal fans. Who do you have in their pomp, Welbeck or Rashford?
What, centre one? And Welbeck didn't have the injuries?
Yeah, in their pomp, I said.
Yeah,
right.
Welbeck, centre
No,
forward.
answer the question first.
All right,
Answer the question.
Welbeck.
Who
But,
did you say?
Welbeck down the middle, yeah.
but it's a question for you.
I think you both.
If Rashford came through at the same time
Yeah.
as Welbeck, would he have played in that team with Tevez, Ronaldo, Berbatov? I forgot him. Rooney.
He's played with Ronaldo, Cavani.
Yeah, but he's played with Ronaldo now. He weren't the same
And
Ronaldo.
Cavani, who's now 35 or something.
Honestly, I think you both. It's one of the most bizarre things I've ever heard either of you say.
But to be fair, I mean, you've always liked Rashford, but at one stage you thought he could be one of the best young players, if not one of the best players on the planet.
No,
Right, here's a question. How many goals has Rashford got for England?
Have you got that in front of you? It's obviously less than.
And how many games?
I reckon
More
Rashford
games.
scored 9 goals for England.
12
Right?
in 46.
Right?
Which is less than
That's
Welbeck.
less.
I know it is.
But
I can't believe you're putting this argument forward. You're the only two people on the
there's
planet who
facts.
think like that.
no, we're not.
You so are. You so are.
Welbeck, I think you're undervaluing.
I'm
Welbeck.
not. I just think you're undervaluing.
You are. You're jumping on all like the trolls on Twitter saying about Welbeck and all that.
What?
You are. You're one of them. I
saying-
can see it.
Hold on.
if he doesn't
Let
have injuries,
me just make
he
something
scores
clear.
goals
I'm not
consistently.
saying Welbeck's not a good player. I haven't said that once. I'm saying if you put the two side by side, for me, every single day, it's Marcus Rashford. If you could only have one in their pomp, you're taking Danny Welbeck, both of you, are you?
Yeah.
And you as well, Benty? What are you showing me now? Tell me what
It's
you
facts.
Right,
Stats.
read them out. Tell me what you got.
Season.
Can I just say, it's a shame you never worked this hard for AGF.
This last season. This last season,
Yeah.
right? When Welbeck
Well, that's
is
unfair.
in a worse team,
That's unfair because Rashford,
A little bit older.
Rashford had his worst season.
not hasn't got the same explosiveness.
Is that a word?
He played 28 matches.
Who?
Welbeck. Rashford played 35.
Mm.
Welbeck got 6 goals. Rashford 5.
Right.
Both got 2 assists.
Right, so the same.
Goals per match 0.21 for Welbeck,
Right, so
0.14.
Right.
And Rashford had more shots. Rashford has more shots. That's a fact.
What website is this?
JackWilshere.com.
Can't tell you that.
Someone's put it. Andy Goldstein,
Yeah.
talkSPORT. I'm a United fan, and Welbeck was 100% better than Rashford. I was devastated when we let Welbeck leave. Rashford is bang average. Talking nonsense, Andy. That's Carl Wilson.
I think that's a bit harsh. Rashford is not bang average. I agree with you on that. He's top. But I think you're underestimating Welbeck a little bit.
I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's at the level Rashford that people try to elevate him to. Because it was like one season, people were trying to put Rashford on the same par as Mbappe in that. When he scored the pen against Paris.
Yeah, but okay, ask yourself why they were talking about the two
But he
of
was
them in the
never
same
on that level.
He wasn't, but ask yourself why they were asking
It was
that
English
question.
hype.
But they weren't asking out about Danny Welbeck. I've got nothing against Danny Welbeck. I think he's an excellent player. I just personally think Rashford's a better player in his day.
He was going to come on the show next week as well.
Welbs.
Okay.
That'd be awkward, wouldn't it?
Oh, that Danny Welbeck.
Yeah.
Love him. One of my favourite players. Why don't we take some calls on this? We'll have some fun in just a moment. We've got so much to talk about. Arsenal fans as well, you can have your say. You'd both rather have a Pomp Welbeck than a Marcus Rashford,
Down the middle, yes.
Okay. Would you both be happy with Jesus at your club?
100%.
Sign him? Yeah.
Yeah,
But and you need a top striker, Arsenal, right? From next season.
Someone's put it as Zaha's better than Rashford.
Ooh.
They're different players, aren't they?
But they're not. They both play from the left.
I know, but they are. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, one in their Pomp. Zaha.
03717 223 and 4.